This Thanksgiving, carving isn't just for the turkey, and there will be no leftovers. It's Thanksgiving in Plymouth, Massachusetts. A large crowd is already gathering outside the local Riot superstore, getting ready for the big Black Friday sale. Jessica Wright, whose father Thomas owns the store, decides to let her friends in early. She opens a side door for her boyfriend, Bobby, and her friends Evan, Gaby, Scuba, and Yulia. Once inside the superstore, the group starts to act recklessly. Especially Evan, who taunts the crowd outside, showing off items like a new iPhone, and even doing reps with a microwave oven. The crowd sees this and becomes furious. People crush into the store. The rush is so violent that several people die, including Amanda Collins, the wife of the store manager, Mitch. Bobby sees a security guard being trampled under the store's doors. He tries to rescue him, but in the process, his arm gets badly broken. After the nightmare is over, Bobby disappears from the group and moves away from Plymouth. 1 year later, the town of Plymouth is still haunted by the past, but the Riot superstore is preparing for another Black Friday sale. Store manager Mitch and several other residents protest, believing it's a terrible idea. Meanwhile, Jessica and her friends get a chilling message. They are tagged in a social media post that shows a Thanksgiving table with their names placed around it like a sinister place setting. Bobby, who has broken up with Jessica and is still injured from the riot, returns to Plymouth to work for his uncle. His comeback doesn't sit well with Jessica's new boyfriend, Ryan, who is immediately annoyed by his presence. The tension turns to terror when a waitress named Lizzie, who was present at the first Black Friday riot, is attacked and killed by a mysterious figure dressed entirely in black and wearing a mask of the town's historical figure, John Carver. When the police discover Lizzie was present at the previous year's incident, they realize a terrifying pattern. Someone is targeting the people who were there that night. Jessica tries to help by giving the town's sheriff, Eric Newlon, a recording of the riot from that night. Carver goes on a rampage through Plymouth and kills several residents. His victims include Riot security guard Manny, who had run away during the last year's incident, and 2 high school students, Amy and Lonnie, who were the ones who actually started the vicious rush into the store. The horror gets closer to home when Carver abducts Jessica's friends, Evan and Gaby. Jessica is attacked by Carver at her school. She barely manages to escape using her smarts. Fearing for their lives, Yulia's father decides to move the whole family to Florida. But as they prepare to leave, Carver strikes. He knocks out both Yulia's father and the deputy sheriff who was guarding them. He then brutally attacks Yulia. Jessica and Scuba race to Yulia's house to help, but they are too late. They arrive just in time to see Carver use a buzzsaw to unalive Yulia, before he vanishes into the night. The police decide to try and trap Carver. Their plan is to have the Riot family and Scuba take part in the town's Thanksgiving parade, disguised as pilgrims, hoping to draw him out. But Carver is too clever. He figures out their plan. He first decapitates a person in a turkey mascot costume, causing everyone to panic and run in every direction. In all the chaos, Carver successfully kidnaps the Riots and Scuba. He takes them to a horrifying scene. He has cooked Jessica's stepmother, Kathleen, alive in an oven and now serves her as the turkey at a dinner table. The table is surrounded by his hostages and the corpses of his previous victims. The nightmare continues when Carver bludgeons Evan to death, live streaming the brutal act for everyone to see. During this, Jessica manages to cut through the ropes tying her hands. She escapes and deliberately lures Carver away from her remaining friends, racing through the dark woods to get away from him. She finally makes it to a warehouse used for the parade, where she finds Sheriff Newlon knocked unconscious. When she follows a figure wearing the Carver mask inside the warehouse, she makes a shocking discovery. It is Bobby. She quickly calls out to Newlon for help to capture him, but in the confusion, Bobby manages to escape. the other survivors have been rescued and are safe. Once the other officers leave and Jessica is alone with Sheriff Newlon, she notices something terrifying. Stuck to Newlon's clothing are the same bits of bramble and debris from the fence and the deep woods that she got on herself when she was running for her life. She realizes Sheriff Newlon is the killer. Caught, Newlon reveals his motive. He confesses that he was having a secret affair with Amanda, the store manager's wife who died in the riot. Amanda was pregnant with his child. He explains that he had kidnapped Bobby and forced him into the Carver costume, planning to shoot Bobby and make it look like he was the murderer all along. But Jessica reveals that she has been live streaming their entire conversation to the public. Enraged, Newlon attacks her. Just in time, Bobby arrives and saves Jessica. Jessica and Bobby try to escape in a tow truck that belongs to Bobby's uncle. But Newlon hooks the truck to a large support beam, trapping them. He then walks toward them, swinging a sharp axe. Jessica grabs an old musket. She shoots a giant turkey parade balloon that is attached to a tank of flammable gas. The balloon explodes in a massive fireball. The next morning, the nightmare seems to be over. Jessica is finally reunited with her boyfriend Ryan and her friends Gaby and Scuba. The authorities search the scene but cannot find any of Newlon's remains. They believe his body was burned to ashes, but Jessica is still haunted by nightmares, where a burning, flaming Sheriff Newlon is still coming to attack her. Thanks for watching. To catch all the latest from us, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as a new video drops. We'll see you in the next one.